Dude, we got Armand here. That's so fetch.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Welcome to Reshoot, amateurs in no suits. Too many movies to explore. Ruthie, Hector, and Ed, laughter till the end. Let's see something never done before.
Okay.
All right.
Theme song, did you?
Theme song.
Welcome to Reshoot, an amateur's guide to a gooder film where we make where we take movies that we like, dislike, or somewhere in between and make them objectively better. Totally didn't flub that. 10 out of 10. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Woo! Dap.
And we got Armand here from Cinedicate. Again.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm back. I think the last time was it was not Minority Report.
Was it
No.
Gattaca? Yeah,
it was Gattaca. Because we
Ooh,
only do
that's
sci-fi
awesome.
movies with you, and this is our favorite sci-fi movie yet, Mean Girls.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for humoring me because this was my recommendation for you guys.
Also, congrats on the new network you created.
Oh, so you heard it from WSTR?
Nope, I heard it on the Grindhouse Girls episode.
Oh, so you heard it from them.
I heard from
Thank you
them.
so much.
Wait, I'm
It's
unaware of this.
It's still in the soft launch phase. They're up my butt about it, but don't worry, guys. If you're listening to this episode, which you probably will, I'm working. It's gonna get there. Don't worry.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, we watched Mean Girls, the 2024 version, which is a musical. And yeah.
Ed has thoughts and
I have
feelings.
thoughts and feelings because the original has a very special place in my heart.
But you haven't seen it in 10 years?
In like 10 years, yeah. Probably more, actually, now that I think about it.
Armand, why did you pick... Oh, sorry.
I'm 31 now. And I watched
it... like a day over 21.
Yeah, and I watched it in college, but I don't think I was 21 at the time.
Illegal.
I don't think I was. No, because I was not an alcoholic when I watched this movie for the
it
first
came
time.
out in 2004. I don't think I watched it in 2004. Probably like 2005 or 2006 personally. So I was like high school.
Damn.
But you saw it later than that.
Yeah, I saw it when I was probably like 19 or 20, I would say.
I remember when I saw Mean Girls for the first time.
I remember I saw Mean Girls shortly before watching Old Boy.
Damn.
Like in the same week.
Very different experiences.
That's a great double feature.
You
did
Barbenheimer. That is a choice.
Barbenheimer.
Yeah, it was a choice. But Mean Girls is just so like. I'm just gonna say this right away. The first 5 minutes of OG Mean Girl is funnier than the new Mean Girls. Like the entire thing. Like,
that's not really a hot take.
Yeah,
it's not. But I'm just saying.
I don't want to show my cards immediately, but yeah, this new movie was not good for many reasons. But the original is amazing in many different reasons.
Yeah.
Why did you pick this one, Armand?
Why did I subject everybody to the Mean Girls remake? Well, because since you guys are Reshoot, an amateur guide to gooder film, you take bad movies and make them objectively better. And I was like, okay, we have a remake that no one asked for. We have Mean Girls 2024.
As a musical too.
Yeah, when the actual Broadway came out, which I saw, and it was great. It was 2.5 hours of Broadway goodness, which is very long for a Broadway.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it was kind of a flash in the pan because, it didn't really have that great of songs, as in memorable songs that you take, which is kind of a bad example, like Wicked, where every single song is a banger, and that's why it's like a cultural icon.
Defying gravity.
Exactly. So like with Mean Girls, it's like, oh, okay, they're taking a movie that we grew up with, that we love, and they're turning it into a musical, which is kind of like a trend going on because like we have the Heathers musical, we have the Beetlejuice musical, we
Saw the
have
musical.
Saw the musical,
Saw the
Evil
musical.
Dead the musical, and now Mean Girls the musical. It's like, okay, makes sense. And watching it, I'm like, yeah, it was fun. It was great. It's live entertainment. And then Tina Fey probably was like, I want more money. And then she made a movie adaptation of the musical that she helped make. And it was so critically panned because no one asked for this. And the marketing withheld the fact that it was a musical. So, like, everyone that did go see it was like, what the heck is this? And yeah, I was like, you know what? Here's a turd. Let's make it objectively better.
Yeah, and that's actually the trailers withholding that it is a musical seems to be a trend with Hollywood, because apparently if you market a movie that's a musical, it just does worse in the box office. Because the same thing happened with La La Land. It wasn't marketed as a musical at all, and neither was there was another one. The Joker 2. Joker 2 is kind of a musical.
This was still a better musical than Joker 2.
I mean,
100%.
yeah, Joker 2 is a
Believe it
shit
or not,
movie.
Wicked Part 1 was also not marketed as a musical,
Oh, that's right.
Right.
It wasn't.
which is insane.
It's stupid because like I think I might be wrong, but I think La La Land reignited the Hollywood musical. Like people want to see musicals, I think, again, and they're still like scared to market. Oh, we're making
It's
musicals
the
again.
focus group test. You're trying to avoid uh like pissing off the focus group, but by doing that you take away what makes advertising campaign unique.
Also, if you advertise as a musical, you can get a bunch of Broadway fans to go support it many, many times.
Yeah, and
Broadway
that's
fans
the,
are
I think that's the
feral.
thing that they're afraid of, is that like if they market it as a musical, they think that only like Broadway people and think people that like musicals will go see it, and the like regular moviegoer won't. But I think the regular moviegoer is warming up to the idea of musicals coming back to Hollywood.
I mean, fucking Minecraft had a few musical segments, and then they made a sing-along version now.
Yeah,
So, like,
and then Amelia Perez was also a musical and also
We-
not marketed as a musical.
well, they shouldn't have marketed Amelia Perez at all.
True,
but,
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
That was a
As someone who's seen it, ugh,
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
you don't
I'm
want to.
sorry.
It's
What?
it's a movie you need to hate watch with multiple people and pause and shit talk.
And alcohol.
Yes,
Yes.
alcohol required.
Nice.
Anyways, that was a tangent and a half.
It's fine.
Well, we don't do synopsis anymore. I don't know if we did that last time we were here.
Yes, we
Armand.
did.
Yeah, well, we don't do that anymore.
Unless it's like a little-known movie, but generally,
Oh.
everyone's seen Mean Girls.
yeah, most
Hit
people have seen Mean
indie
Girls.
indie darling Mean Girls.
Since you were the one who recommended the movie to us, that makes you our episode César, which allows you to dictate who goes first.
Okay.
You can choose
You
yourself.
know what?
Yeah.
Since Mean Girls is a feminist movie, I'm going to be a feminist right now and say, Ruthie, you go first.
I was hoping for a swerve and you say Ed. Not gonna lie.
I'm about to get yelled at a lot.
This is going to be a controversial episode.
This
I
is,
think it really is.
Let's see how mad I get.
You're gonna get real mad real fast here.
I'm excited. She didn't tell me shit.
Also, I'm gonna.
Is Ed going to be like the Looney Tunes yelling meme?
Also,
Okay.
I will deafen myself. I have prior knowledge of what Hector's fix is going to be. I'm going to deafen myself for that.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Unplug my headset.
All right.
Fuck you.
All gas, no brakes. Let's go.
Okay, my first like. I actually didn't hate a lot of the songs in this musical. There we go. I'm feeling it.
But did you like any of them?
Yeah, I just said I liked the music. I
You
just
said
said
you
I liked the
didn't
songs.
hate.
I didn't hate it. I liked some of them. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Well,
trying to soften the
there's a
blow.
Yeah, I
There's a
was waiting for the
difference.
The teenagers looked like teenagers and they acted like teenagers. It wasn't like in the early 2000s where there was like clearly adults pretending to be teenagers. I don't know. I thought that was a good touch with the new one. The way that they integrated social media being a part of the message and like a part of the storytelling, I thought that was very interesting, and they did it really well, especially because this adaptation came, it was from before social media.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a really good way to integrate it in, and it made a lot of sense the way it was used as a tool. I liked
Well,
the
dare I say, I'm going to be the grandpa now. MySpace was around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
Facebook
remember-
was only a couple of years away.
Mhm.
My parents didn't let me have a MySpace.
Get
I
ready.
was far too young for a MySpace.
I mean, me too.
I looked at my MySpace recently.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
I was cringe as fuck.
We all were.
Wait, what do you mean we're, Ed?
Oh yeah, what do I mean were? Yeah, I'm so fucking whatever.
There's a reason why I purged it from the internet.
You purged yours?
Oh yeah, I deleted it
Really?
more than a decade ago.
I still haven't deleted mine. It's just like I don't know. Maybe I mean I won't. I probably won't have kids, but maybe somebody
You're gonna
else's kids will.
take a nibbling under your wing or something.
No, or someone else's kids will be like, oh, the crazy alcoholic Uncle Ed. Let's see if he has a MySpace or a Facebook.
Oh boy, Ruthie, go on.
Sorry.
I liked the depth that they gave to some of these characters that were on the side. The original movie, it was like just between Katie and Regina George, and that's
Mhm.
great. It's nothing bad about that, but like this movie felt like it treated a lot more of the cast as human, like actual people with like thoughts and feelings and dreams, and like
Okay.
yeah. I liked the transitions between the locations. I felt like they were very clever and Broadway-y.
Mainly the beginning and the end of it.
Yeah,
where
those
it's-
were the ones that mainly stuck out in my mind, where it would be like,
Yeah, the bookends.
yeah, where it was like the garage, and then it pans out, and then it's Africa, and then the camera is pulled back in from the prom, and then they come back, and it's the garage, and then they shut the garage shut.
I wish they did more of that though. That was my biggest thing. 'Cause it started so cool, like school, like garage to Africa to the school. And I'm like, oh, so it's gonna be a lot more like that. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dislikes. I'll get this out of the way. Something that Armand and Ed are going to be very upset about. I only saw both iterations of Mean Girls last week.
Ooh, my God.
Legally Blonde was one of my favorite movies growing up, and I didn't see this one.
Holy shit.
I know.
I was a fucking misogynistic little kid back in the day. I would have avoided
Oh, I thought you were
anything.
saying you were a misogynist until you saw Mean Girls.
Yeah, girls changed me. I understand feminism now.
You're
You
cured.
can't.
You're
you
like
can't,
that Danny DeVito meme. He's like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, you can't steal another person's girl. Or was it in the movie? Fuck.
Steal someone's
Ex-boyfriends are
boyfriend.
off limits.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can't date your ex-boyfriend, so
Mhm.
off limits. So that's
Mhm.
feminism.
Yeah.
I get
Nailed
it.
it.
now.
Girl code.
It's girl
Yeah,
code.
it's also bro code.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Dislikes. Everybody wanted to fuck Regina George, including the cameraman.
In the
Yeah.
new movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was something between the chemistry of Katie and Regina where Katie is like, oh my god, I'm a lesbian. Every time she's looking at Regina, I swear.
She was the off-brand, great value Sydney Sweeney.
I don't think Sydney can sing though.
She doesn't need to.
She does not need to know.
This movie shouldn't have been a musical, but go on.
Regina's songs felt like they were the same 2 to 4 lines just repeated over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
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 And she you can boil down all of her songs to I am very sexy and I'm gonna sing like Ariana Grande, discount Ariana Grande. Ooh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was the original Broadway like that? Because I know it was a lot of the same songs.
When I was watching this, it was like going down memory lane. I'm like, oh yeah, these were the songs. Not all of them, but these were the songs.
Hmm.
It was, I mean, she, if you didn't know, the actress that played Regina George in the movie was the original Regina George in the Broadway musical.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
I thought
Yes.
she was
Cool.
like out singing most of them, so that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
Oh, that does remind me. Speaking of out singing, a lot of the actors, actresses, when they were singing, you could clearly tell that it was like ADR. They were kind of just like standing there.
Lip syncing.
Yeah,
Duh.
yeah,
Especially Karen's song, which was
Oh yeah.
the Broadway version is funny and memorable. The movie version, hot garbage. And it was clear as day she was lip syncing.
yeah. Well, the one I was thinking of is like when Katie's in Kenya. I was like, wow, she's got like the whole I get she's
Right in the
probably like on a
beginning.
green screen, but like, you know, if I was like outdoors, I would be kind of a lot more like movementy. I'd be running around. I would be like, I don't know, just yeah. She was kind of just standing and or running sometimes, but the nothing in the song changed.
Yeah.
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 More just a complaint about the movie in general. Katie's really naive, and I like get that she's a homeschooler. I get that she hasn't lived in the US up until like 5 hours before like the main plot really kicks off, but like it does drive me crazy.
Here's the thing. So you saw both versions
In the span
within
of
a week.
less than a
Back-
week. Yeah.
So would you say the portrayal of Katie was faithful to the original one?
For the most part, yeah. I just didn't like it in either. You know?
What?
I don't know.
She wasn't. We're the ones with the.
Wait, I'm not crazy thinking that Ruthie's just wrong here, right?
Okay.
I thought it was fine.
So here's the thing.
I think she doesn't like
the
Katie's
original
personality.
film with Lindsay Lohan, like, was she? I wouldn't say she was naive. More like she didn't know social norms.
Yeah.
While in the remake,
They made her a lot
She was-
more
she-
naive.
yeah, she was a bit. She didn't really understand things. So they kind of played into the homeschooled aspect of her,
Yeah.
like a bit more.
I actually appreciated the naivete. It made it a lot more because she seemed too smart to be tricked by Regina and the OG. Like it felt like a bit of a
if
plot
you're
thing, which I was fine with.
If you're homeschooled, you don't understand like the social
Right.
construct of like stuff like that. So it made sense. It's just for me, especially, it was just a bit too much in the remake.
I just didn't care for it in either version.
Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, I just didn't care for it in either version. This one, it was a little bit flanderized, but that was just something I didn't always like Katie's. I don't know. It kind of drove me up a wall sometimes. I know it's necessary for the plot.
I actually thought it was just fine in this one compared to the original, if for what they were going for, because like Katie didn't seem to struggle too much outside of like in the original, outside of saying was it Jumba to all the black kids.
Jumbo.
Jumbo, thank you.
That was so goddamn
That's
funny.
so funny.
That was great.
But yeah, like outside of that bit, there wasn't many. I felt like there should have been more fish out of water moments, and they only had like 3 or 4. That can.
Yeah.
We have to pick a French name. Well, the French people I talked to didn't mind my name.
There are a couple jokes and scenes that were cut from the original movie. The one that sticks out in my head is my favorite. It's the "We should totally just stab Caesar"
Yeah.
bit. Or Gretchen in the original movie, she's like trickling out the secrets over the course of a few months. And then in the new movie, totally skip out on my favorite joke, and Gretchen just like, you know what? Word vomits all the secrets, thinking that she won, but that wasn't how. It wasn't
Yeah.
nearly as satisfying as the original one, where you could tell like this was the plot, like this was their scheme coming together.
Let's talk about that. So it's not only that, but also many of the lines, in my opinion, just fell flat in the remake.
Yeah,
Like,
like I'm a
Mhm.
mouse. Duh.
yeah, all of them. It felt like they were doing a checklist. It's like, okay, we have to do this line. It was the
Get in,
movie
loser.
felt, yes, like all the lines were delivered almost inauthentically. Like they're like, I just couldn't believe it. And the thing is, how do I even articulate this? It felt like a complete carbon copy of the original film.
Without the heart.
Absolutely.
And with, I think, worse sets.
Worse sets.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
the sets
The
weren't as
movie
good.
is over 20 years old, and yet it still holds up. You know why? Because you could tell it was shot on film, and it looks great. And they actually tried. And with the new movie, everything is shot flat. So, like, you're doing a stylized version of Mean Girls, where it's like, oh, this is supposed to be a musical. It's supposed to be kind of like a Broadway. You should lean into that and actually film it where it's like interesting to look at, like it's visually stunning and a little bit artistic. And with the first film, the director was a comedian, like a comedy director. He did other comedy films before Mean Girls and after Mean Girls. The director that I tried looking up for the remake, I couldn't find any information on them. So it's like, were these just hired guns? Because it looked very amateur.
Yeah.
Very amateur. But
Yeah.
going back to the original point, it's like, yeah, a lot of the lines just fell flat. And a lot of the jokes that worked really well in the original film were completely either changed or omitted, didn't have the same punchline. And it's like, this feels empty. This feels hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they make this movie?
Yeah.
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 And now I try and make it objectively better. I had a really hard time trying to come up with a fix.
Same.
Damn.
The only thing
because you loved it so much.
I mean, it was hard for me because it's hard to just like
You
just
can't.
like make the original again. Like
Yeah.
I saw your review on Letterboxd, Hector. You gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
ew,
That is a
oh my
7 out of 10.
God.
I can. So okay. So a 3's forgettable, a 4's decent, 3.5 I said was because the songs. I'm a sucker for musicals. They get a good amount just for
But they're
being
bad songs.
They're not the worst songs I've ever.
They're not good.
They're not good. I mean,
They are not
Have you
good.
seen Joker 2, Armand?
No.
It permanently gave a lot of
Oh.
other musicals a permanent higher grade up on the curve. Like it was,
Yeah,
it was bad.
You
It lives
can't-
rent free in
you
my
can't-
head.
That's
You can't
just
set the bar as like Joker 2 musicals.
it's like
bad
it's
shit.
like saying like, oh, have you seen Titanic 2? Oh, you haven't seen Titanic 2? That just raises the bar for every sequel ever.
No, I'm.
No,
The movie where
the
they
bar
raise
should
the
be like
Titanic
La La
from
Land.
from underneath the ocean, and then they sail it back.
It was okay. 3.5 just meant I like the songs. I actually like a lot of the songs.
I gave Sinners a 3.5.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What is wrong with
I'm
me?
joking.
That's a
I know
7
what's
out
wrong
of
with
10.
me. I know.
What is wrong with
I give it
you?
4 stars.
I give it like I think
I know.
5 or 5. I
I
can't
give it
remember.
4.5 or 4. I don't remember.
I gave Mean Girls 2024 half a star,
I mean, that's
which
fair.
is 1 out of 10.
I get it. I just personally like the songs, and I like the. I'm always forgetting the character's name in both versions.
Which one?
The best friend, Katie,
Janice?
Janice. I like Janice's actress in the musical.
Dare I say, I'm always harping on remakes and sequels. They're like, I'm always like, do something different. Do something different. And then they did something different for this film. And I didn't like it.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
work.
I think part of it
And with
was
Janice's character, the whole main joke of her character was like, oh, she's a lesbian. she's a lesbian. And then at the ending of the movie, the mathlete guy is like, so what are you? And she was like, I'm Lebanese. So the whole point of her being, quote, lesbian was a big misunderstanding. She's actually not gay.
I completely missed the joke.
I forgot that
I
bit.
completely missed the joke.
And then in the remake, they're like, let's just make her gay. So it's
Yeah.
like, you ruined like the joke of the character.
Yeah. No, agreed. Again, agreed. I just like the song. The songs gave me a thing. I like Janice's actress, so that was it. I'm not saying it's a great film.
I will agree that the Janice actress in the remake did a
She's
job.
great.
Yeah.
And
she's Moana.
before I start harping on my objectively better take, she would work better as a different character.
Oh, for
not
sure.
As Janice.
For sure.
Yeah. Anywho. Oh, my last complaint about the movie. The spacing between the songs was weird, and like the first 5 minutes there's 2 songs, and then like some point at like halfway in the movies, there were like points where I would forget, oh right, this is a musical. Where are the songs?
Yeah.
But La La Land did the same thing.
Yeah, but
Ruthie doesn't like La La Land.
Singing in the Rain did the same thing too.
I haven't seen Singing in the Rain.
I haven't seen Singing in the Rain. I know.
He's looking for an exit. He's looking for a window.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Now you're gonna tell me you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life.
I have seen that one.
I've seen that one.
Oh,
It's a
I have
Wonderful
also
Life.
seen that one.
We're back on the rails, everybody.
Dude, it's funny that like we go to your podcast and it's like fine and dandy, and then you come here and just
And
incredibly
it's just a
disappointed.
dumpster fire.
Incredibly disappointed the whole time.
You're disappointing dad, guys.
I know. I'm sorry, Poppy.
We're
Okay.
cutting that.
So here's how I'd fix
Come
the
on,
movie.
Make Daddy proud.
We're cutting that too. Stop, please.
Katie,
Make
in
her daddy
preparation.
Proud. I'm quoting Freddie Got Fingered, but go on.
Katie, in preparation for entering American high school, she and her mom have like VHS tapes of old 80s high school movies.
Yeah.
So she's like, I need to prepare. I need to study. I need to get familiar. So she, in preparation for joining American high school, she watches Breakfast Club, Goonies, Dead Poets Society, Teen Wolf, Teen Witch, like just anything that's vaguely high schooly, so she can just like, she's gonna get her research in. She's not gonna go in blind. That was one of my things. It was just like, she didn't do any like research of what it would be like. I don't know. She's a very like smart person. For me, it makes sense that she would like do some kind of research. Plot goes on. I think after the first time she goes to Regina George's house and she sees the burn book, she's talking with Janice and she's like, I don't know if this is like, I don't know about this. This is weird. I'm just like stuck. I'm just repeating the weird shit they say to you. And Janice is like, no. Jane Goodall. You're like Jane Goodall, but you're like studying the plastics. And Katie's like, right. Okay, if I'm gonna study the plastics, I need to like publish my research. And she ends up making like a TikTok or like an Instagram. And she starts like documenting all the stuff. And she names it like after the burn book. And to give Damien a little something to do, he's the one who sets it so Karen, Gretchen, and Regina, they're all blocked so they can't find this TikTok page that's dedicated to shit-talking them. And the discovery of the burn book is Regina, instead of like just having the burn book and like handing it off, it's Regina finding the TikTok page and sharing it with the whole school and being like, or like, I don't know, maybe she makes like a duplicate page and she's like framing, again, kind of like the same.
I was surprised he didn't just say she logged into their account and logged them out.
Yeah, maybe. That too. I came up with that last fix like 30 minutes ago because I've been struggling.
Yeah, I get you. That was not a bad fix for a last minute.
Yeah. I don't know, the plot, the bones to the movie are good. Did I redeem myself even a half point here?
With me?
Yeah.
Where do I even begin?
I'm getting graded over here.
Here's the thing. So how would you fix this?
She adds more social media to it.
Yeah.
And the burn book is actually by Janice.
I think
and
those elements actually derailed the movie.
Really?
To me, that's what cheapened the whole experience. Because thank God I didn't watch this in theaters. I don't even know if it even came out in theaters.
It did.
It did.
God, I can't even imagine watching those sequences on the big screen of seeing the user interface of TikTok on a 50-foot screen. It just cheapened the film. It turned into a YouTube video at that point. And I understand what they're doing, but I feel like it would have been more effective if they just didn't have those moments of like kind of the fake influencer video montages and just actually had the repercussions of just people finding out information like immediately via social media.
Agreed.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I did not
For
like
shortcuts.
I did not like the vertical video
No,
bullshit
it
that
was
they had in it.
bad. I started skipping. I was like, no.
Yeah,
And then every time there was a song, I'm like, nope.
the vertical video shit was like cringy as fuck, and like all
It
the little
was.
snippets of like social media bullshit. Like
It was clearly they're trying to cater to like Gen Z, Gen Alpha that would be watching this, and it just does not work in the cinematic language.
no,
It just doesn't.
yeah, they should have kept like instead of like doing the whole like vertical video shit. Like they could have just shot people recording themselves in like
Exactly.
normal cinema.
Yeah.
Like it works fine that way. Come
Oh,
on.
I'm visualizing a much better film. Like, still maintain the beats, but like shot differently. It would have worked so
I
much
think
better.
if with Ruthie's fix, I think to fix to get it a win, maybe instead of like she's doing a vertical thing, it's like investigative journalism, kind of like the camera's shot almost like
like it's over Katie's shoulder as she's filming it.
No, more like when she's investigating what the plastics are doing, it's kind of like a either like a secret camera, like a hidden camera thing, or like a what is that movie, you guys? Blair Witch.
Oh,
Blair Witch style.
Oh, found footage kind of shit.
Yeah, just for like those little moments, and then it's just
That's gross. I don't like you.
you don't know. Not even I don't like it. It's I don't like you. Thank you.
Yeah, it
Ed.
just turns into Quarantine or Wreck. Yeah,
Dude,
let's
Wreck
just
is
go
so
for it.
good.
Wreck is good.
Yeah, that's what I had.
That's what you have? Okay. All right, Armand, who's next?
Ed, you're next.
Okay, I'm next.
Let's
So,
vary it up.
Armand,
Yes.
I didn't completely hate the movie.
I'm
sorry.
One of us.
He's
I
leaving.
didn't like it.
So what
I
did you like?
disliked it.
What
I
did you
didn't
like?
hate the movie. What I liked, honestly, were the callbacks to the original, even if they didn't land. Because it reminded me of the original.
You
So
yearn
you
for a
stood
better
up and
time.
clapped, and you're like, I know what that is.
I understood that reference.
You got the
But
member berries.
the reason I like those callbacks is because it reminded me of how good the original was.
Remember Regina George?
I do.
I remember. We only wear pink on Wednesdays, remember?
Remember? Basically, yeah, I was. I don't know. I think
I'm
I've
a cool mom, remember?
Oh my god, her not being Amy Poehler again actually hurt. That one actually sucked.
Honestly, Armand, I think after doing this dumbass podcast for so long, and it's just like bad movies after bad movies. After
Thank
bad
you for
movies,
believing the product, Ed.
I am becoming desensitized to actually hating
fuck is
bad
that?
movies again. What the fuck did you just say to me?
So you are desensitized.
You
I'm
said
desensitized. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like. I feel like I'm not recognizing horrible movies as much as I used to.
Trash recognizes trash. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. He needed.
So what
Wow.
Ruthie is saying, splish splash.
Did
your
I just
opinion
like?
is trash.
Did I just like eviscerate myself?
You did.
You did, starting with the mispronunciation of desensitized.
Desensitized. Did I mispronounce that?
Oh yeah.
Yes, hard.
Oh yeah.
Desensitized what you said? I don't remember what you said.
Fuck it. I don't know. Ah.
That's been, knocking a few back. And I'm going to be honest with you, I should have to get through this film. There was like 3 points, maybe 5 points, where I paused the movie and I was like, should I just stop?
Should I just stop?
Should this just be my take? Is like,
Honestly.
it was so bad I couldn't even finish it.
Oh my God.
The bottle of whiskey just called you
I-
like the Green Goblin mask.
I will say that the more we
The Burger
talk
King
about
crown
it,
was calling to me.
the
The
more
what?
we talk about it, the more I start to actually hate this movie. Now that like
Because the first movie was so good.
mhm.
It was a cultural
It was a cultural
moment.
phenomenon.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was. And the thing is, okay, but I'm getting too ahead.
Yeah.
I'm getting too ahead of myself. So,
Yeah, you're
what
not-
else did you like of the movie?
What else did I like of the movie? Honestly,
Yes.
Janice's character, even though yes, would have worked better as a different character because of the whole, the joke of the character. I agree with that. That she's Lebanese, not lesbian. And
Is that
that's about it. Yeah,
So, what did you not like? All right, buckle up, everybody.
it shouldn't have been a musical. Number
Yeah.
one.
Noted.
Do you know how hard that's for Ed to say? He
Number-
loves musicals.
Number two, it should have been set in the early 2000s again.
Oh,
it just
period
works
piece.
better, 100%.
It does.
Yeah, just
Everything
make the-
works better prior to smartphones, but go on.
Yes, and that's the thing because like I didn't get to finish rewatching the original, but I got to the point where Regina does the three-way call trap basically with Katie,
Yes.
and people don't call anymore, so that wouldn't work anymore. But I thought that was a really interesting thing that Regina did, and it doesn't make her look like a complete idiot sometimes.
Those
Which-
are the days.
Which brings me to Karen.
World
She's
peace.
stupid.
She's always stupid.
I know, but she is. Did she seem way stupider in the remake?
Yes.
Yeah. no, they
Like she
played it
was
up.
having trouble drinking from a straw.
Well, because in the original version, the two facts about her were she was very stupid and she was a big slut. But in this one, I think they were worried about cultural insensitivities because the main actress is not the actress for Karen is not white. So
That was the casting's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a thought that came into my mind too. I'm like, okay, so I understand like
they can't make the
swapping.
joke about
Like, who
her
cares what
banging
they
her
look like?
wanting to make out with a cousin because he's really hot.
That was
yeah.
really funny.
That was
I'm like,
that was in the original, right? Not the
That was in
not
the original, yeah.
So
because you have
so they
cousins
swap?
and then you have first cousins. Hilarious.
yeah, but he's not my cousin. He's my first cousin. And then their second cousins. Oh, Karen, that's not how that works.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
the
she
thing.
still wants to kiss him after
And that's the
that.
thing. Like Karen was stupid in the original, but she wasn't like.
She was more ditzy.
Yeah, she's much more of a ditz than just like actually just like
Mentally challenged.
mentally challenged. Yes, basically that's what it felt like in the remake.
Here's the thing. So like we had a person of color. We had Gretchen's character in the original. She was a Latina, I believe.
Yes.
And so they made that character white in the remake, and then they made
But she
Karen's
still
character.
talks. She's still a Latina. It's just she's lighter skinned.
And she mentioned
She presents white.
Pueblo.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
She presents white.
She does.
I watched it and I was like, that's a white lady. So, and then we have, a brown girl as Karen, and then she's the dumb one. I'm like, oh, they didn't think this through, did they?
Oh, dude,
They
that
have
was
the one minority character, and she is perceived as stupid. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
whoops.
Yeah.
dude. That was my like complaint on the movie Sing. whose bright idea was it to make gorillas criminals?
Or the cops pigs?
No, there were no cops.
Ah.
But honestly, I wouldn't put it past them.
We haven't seen Sing 2, you guys.
We haven't seen
We
Sing 2.
There's
don't
still
know.
a chance.
There's still a
You never know,
chance.
yeah. But yes, I hated Karen's character in the new one
It was bad.
so much more.
Yeah.
Gretchen, and like that's another thing. Gretchen
sucked in this movie.
Yes, Gretchen and Regina seemed a lot more stupid in the remake than the original.
Here's the thing, Ed. I want to pick your brain because I want to finally show my cards. Here's one reason I believe the remake did not work. And it has to do with the plastics. So in the first film, where the plastics are revealed, Regina, Gretchen, Karen, they're revealed. It's like, these are the plastics. We have like all the other cliques, and they're, in the 2004 one, it was how kids dressed at the time, sweats, sweatshirts, sweatpants, like comfy clothing, kind of bigger clothing. And with the plastics, they looked very, very feminine, super feminine. They look like the name plastics. It implies that they look like Barbies, like little Barbie dolls, super feminine. And then we have the reveal of the plastics in the remake, and they don't look feminine at all.
Yeah, like Regina's wearing a double rider, like a biker jacket.
Yeah,
the first scene we see her.
In baggy pants.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch the baggy pants.
Which is in style right now, yes. But would you say that's feminine?
Well, and the whole point is that they only wear sweats on Fridays, too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Baggy
Ed,
pants
I'm asking you, would you say that is a important factor to not only the plastics, but the film itself? Because the original film is like start to finish, just exudes femininity. It's very like the women are super feminine.
Yeah.
Their clothing. And then with the remake, it's like everyone kind of dresses the same. I mean, as the film goes on, there's moments where, especially when Katie has her transformation, she becomes more and more feminine dressing. But like, yeah, I mean, as I was watching, I'm like, these are supposed to be the plastics?
I feel like that's also a problem now with, I've been hearing about this online, where a lot of TikTok and the internet, it's just kind of homogenized a lot of culture and subculture and stuff.
Gentrification. Yeah.
Not gentrification. Glaciification.
Glaciification,
like,
yes.
Progress is becoming glacier in its movement, where it's like barely moving. Because if you look at 2004, you could tell it's tiny bit dated, but for the most part, people could be dressing like that right now.
Yeah.
And that was 20 years ago. When it came out, 2004, 20 years ago was 1984. People did not dress like people in 1984 in 2004.
Yeah.
But people in 2024 could dress like people from 2004.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say that the whole femininity thing, yes, it was very important. And that again, that's one of the big things about the movie is like the cliques in high school and how different they were in the 2000s.
It's not really a thing anymore from what I've been told.
Yeah, everything's a lot more like mixed and like similar now
because of the internet and social media.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's
and
everything's
also like
kind of homogenized.
Yes, and also like I really don't like bringing this thing up, but like how everyone's a lot more safe about things, like because the original took, it was more accepted back then, but the R word use, the light racist freaking joke there.
I mean, don't forget the Vietnamese people saying the N word.
Well, and there's also like the Vietnamese high schooler girls were apparently, what was it, making out with the coach or like full on banging him?
Yes, which pissed me off that joke was removed in the. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
because like that also took away from the third act where they're prosecuting Tina Fey's character because they're like, oh, maybe there's some validity to this burn book because Coach Carter was actually
Yeah.
messing with minors. Coach
Yeah.
Carter, stay away from that underage girl.
Coach Carter was John Hamm, right?
Yeah.
In the remake.
Yeah, that felt. Why was he there? He had like
Wasted.
2 scenes.
Yeah, wasted. But yeah, I don't know, like, dude,
I know.
yeah, the iconic lines just like missing so hard was.
I felt like they were just
Mhm.
phoning it in, going through the
And
motions.
again,
We have to say these words.
The biggest one was what in my opinion is the funniest scene line in the movie is the girl explaining why she had to use jumbo tampons. And the delivery in the remake was just like so fucking like I don't even know, like it just didn't land. And then the thing that made it funnier in the original was the principal's reaction to that comment. And in the remake, he didn't even have a reaction to that at all.
No, everyone seemed like they were phoning it in that came back.
Yeah. And
Okay.
also, like, why did they have to,
Including Tina Fey.
dude? Why did they have to also just like cut the like we're going shopping scene?
I
Bro,
just edited the
get out of
letterbox
here! Get
to
out of
2.
here! I'm in the middle of my fix. Get out of here! Also, the get in loser. We're
Silence.
going shopping.
Stigma is speaking.
Get out! Get in loser. We're going shopping. Why did they cut the we're going shopping?
Because
thing
kids don't
out
go
of that
shopping
line?
anymore.
No, they don't.
They go to Amazon and they do
no, that's
online
why it should
shopping.
have been set in the 2000s again. Because
Exactly. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So
the more I
I'm
talk about
old.
it, the more I just fucking hate this thing.
Yeah. I'm old, and I don't know some things, but it's pretty eye opening what you're saying, like
Mhm.
how there aren't really, apparently, there aren't really cliques in high school as much as
Or,
how it used to
I
be.
mean, there are clicks, but they're just not as
Prominence.
prominent.
Yeah.
So like
Or like
difference.
rigid.
It's
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're more. It's more fluid and more like they're more similar than they used to be.
One of
So
my best
Mean Girls
friends.
in of itself is kind of a product of the time.
Yes.
Because like
Mhm.
when I was rewatching Mean Girls, even for this podcast, I was like, "Ooh, this feels like kind of a throwback to like John Hughes movies, like The Breakfast Club and
Mhm.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This is just like a modern John Hughes movie." And when I was watching this, I didn't get those vibes at all. And then now what you're saying, Ed, like this being more of a product of its time, and I'm like, yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, but it still
Because
holds
like
up.
it still holds up because it wasn't that long ago. And it's just so apparent when you like remove those elements of 2004 from it, where the movie just falls apart. And it shouldn't, because it's about high schoolers having high school problems. But like, yeah, like I said, when you remove, like, for example, the landlines, going to the mall, like skipping class, they even fucking they removed that
Oh,
part.
that's right. They removed the
Yeah.
skipping class part. Jesus Christ.
So it's like
Oh
these
God.
bad influence friends that she makes aren't really a bad influence.
Oh, I'm gonna Looney Tunes scream.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
I forgot about the skipping class thing. No, but
Because like the thing is like with the original film, it's like you are the average of your friend group, and Katie, being a wholesome kid, turns into a bitch because she's surrounded by bitches. So it's like, oh, you are the average of the people you surround yourself with. Be careful who you surround yourself with. And
keep going.
yes.
Sorry.
No, that was it.
Yeah.
It's like there's that hallmark, there's that lesson to be learned with this film. It's like, be careful who you choose your friends are, and like the real friends are probably not going to be the popular people. And with this film, it's like it has that message, but it's the journey to get there is not the same And so the impact of that message is like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Another thing I will say is when Katie first goes to school in the original, or in the remake, the musical, it's like a musical number, and then a girl bumps into her and she's like, "Move, bitch," kind of thing, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's pretty funny." I thought that was funny, and then I started rewatching the original, and it's just like Katie being super weird goes up to a random girl, starts saying, "Hey, I'm new here. Nice to meet you," and the girl's like, "Talk to me again, and I'll punch you in the face." And that is so much funnier.
It is.
Because it's Katie going up to the girl, not some girl bumping into Katie. It's just like shows that Katie's so socially inept. It's the original's just so fucking funny, dude.
I don't think Tina Fey had a hand in writing the musical, right? Because it
She
showed.
did. She did.
She
not
did?
the actual Broadway, not the Broadway.
No, but the movie.
She wrote the screenplay for the film.
Yeah, she did.
That's really disappointing. She's really funny.
Because I thought, okay, because like with the original film, I looked at the credits and he had Lorne Michaels as the producer. You know, he produced SNL and got all the SNL people to do this movie. Tina Fey wrote it, so it's like, okay, we had some comedic geniuses working on this film, and that's why it's so funny, and that's why it still holds up today. And then with the remake, I'm like, something's off, something's not right. Is it because Lorne Michaels is not involved with this production? He was.
Probably. He was?
He was. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
He just threw money at it. I'm pretty sure.
because it's like, okay, what was the missing element? Like, what made this just fall on its face? And honestly, I think Tina Fey just wanted some money. She wanted a.
She'd been trying to make. So I looked into the film. She was trying to make a sequel for years, and other people have been trying. It was never the right time.
Lindsay Lohan wanted to make a sequel for years too.
Yes, and it was. I think that was going to be her return to acting, is what was her original plan.
Oh damn!
And then it just never, because I guess Tina couldn't come up with anything, because I think she said like they were going to be moms, and that was going to be the.
Ew.
Like Mean Girls 2.
That would have still worked.
It could have still worked, but I don't think Tina had enough faith
Imagine
in the product.
that, but like, like bitchy adult friends.
Exactly. It could have worked.
Honestly.
The White Lotus season 3, pretty much.
I watched the White Lotus season 3 season finale without watching any other White Lotus.
Why?
Nice.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was just invited to do that, and I didn't know that was a thing, and I watched it.
You wanted to be socially relevant,
I guess. But yeah, now that I watched the season 3 finale, I'm actually invested in probably gonna watch that.
Season 1's the best, which has Sydney Sweeney in it.
Season 1?
Season Uno, which is also
but season 2 has Aubrey Plaza.
That's also a great season.
Aubrey Plaza.
I didn't really like the third season, but we're on a White Lotus tangent. Let's go
White Lotus
back
tangent.
to
Going back.
main-
All right, so
how would you fix this film?
How would I fix this film? All right, so honestly, the best way to do it is just, remake the original. But that's also bad. So we're not going to do that. So we're just going to, lean into it. What is this? A fucking musical. So lean into that fucking bullshit like as hard as you fucking can. And honestly,
make it like a real musical.
Like a real musical.
Like interesting sets and very stylistic.
Yes, and very, 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 very dreamy looking as well.
Yes.
Like I think one of the best set designs of recent years was Poor Things. It was very, very dreamy, very surreal kind of shit. And I think that could have worked in this also. But I would also take the La La Land approach, where it would be the first half of the movie is very musical heavy and very dreamy and stuff. And then once the whole scheme comes together and all the consequences of all of that starts going in, you get more realism and less musical numbers, which they already kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
And I would also set this movie back in 2000s, maybe later 2000s, with Facebook around to kind of keep that social media theme still going.
So you want it to be a period piece?
Yeah, I want it to be a period piece, but maybe a little bit more to kind of
in the 10s,
identify with the newer crowd while still keeping the old crowd.
Vine.
What?
Oh, dude, Vine would have
Vine is
Yeah, like
slapped.
Vine, Facebook, the bigger stuff like that.
Snapchat.
Snapchat, yeah.
Yeah, because it's old enough, but also new enough.
Yeah.
Where there's
Basically.
some sort of nostalgia around that. Yeah, I think that would work.
Yeah, and back in those days, I'm pretty sure in like late-ish 2000s, people were still using landlines, right? So we could still
Yeah,
have the three-way call trap thing,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
honestly is it makes Regina seem kind of smart,
you
actually.
can
But
still do it now. No one knows when you're calling. It's a conference call.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, you're right. I
and
got
then
tricked with that once.
and then the other thing is I would throw money at Lin-Manuel Miranda to write the fucking music.
You have to send a lot of money his way.
I know,
Because
but
I'm sure his first reaction is like, nope.
his first reaction will be absolutely not. But then I'll be like, but I have all this
But I have
money
$10
that I have to get
million.
rid of. Why can't I hold all this money?
Ed, we're both Puerto Rican. We can convince him. He's one of us.
Yeah, and then we could make Gretchen a Puerto Rican.
We can make. Yeah.
Stop
We can
making
make-
Gretchen happen.
Also, make Karen just just like plain kind of a dunce, not actually mentally challenged. Please, Jesus Christ, that
Would
was
you
so
keep her
infuriating.
still being like a little slutty?
Yeah, they're
That's
all
the
slutty.
point.
That's the point.
Yeah,
That's-
that's the spice to Karen.
And like it really drives the point home where they're like, Halloween's just an excuse to dress as slutty as we want, and nobody can say anything.
And the thing is, we also removed, speaking of that, we also removed the subplot line of Regina George cheating on Aaron the whole time with the other guy. That was it was in there, but it was minimized.
It was
It was.
minimized.
Yeah, because they were trying to plot throughout the original. They were trying to plot Aaron catching the two of them, but in the new one, he just catches them.
Yeah, there was none of the list. That kind of sucked. I like the list.
Yeah,
It
I
made him
liked
seem
the
a lot
scheming.
smarter. Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
So is that all your fixes?
Honestly, yeah, I would just lean into it a lot more in the first half for the musical shit and get somebody recognized to write the music. I don't know. Like it's just it works so much better as like an early 2000s kind of thing or like somewhere in the 2000s kind of
All right.
story thing.
All right.
Goddamn.
Hector, how about you since you gave this 5 out of 5?
I lowered it back down to 2 after hearing you guys. I got too wrapped up with. I
Peer
think my
pressure.
problem was, and here's the thing: why I gave it such a high thing. Revenge Party was a genuinely good. Like it had everything a musical needed: a fun set. Like the singers were great. It was actually decent dancing, and I think I got
Some of
wrapped
the
up.
moments were great.
Huh?
Some of the moments were
Yeah,
great.
but I'm saying Revenge Party especially was like the one that was like, okay, I think it let me forgive a little too much. Because that was like the one really good song. Like,
So what did you not like about it?
okay, so let me get to the thing I was trying to find. God damn it, the thing got my notes. Give me a second.
This is PowerPoint ready.
I have a giant Google sheet with every.
I'm surprised you keep it on one Google sheet. I have all the end credits on one, but then I've got individual things for my notes because
No.
I don't want that to happen.
Nope, because I put it. I'm not gonna talk about this here, but I have a whole system.
I mean, you wrote it.
I did like the new version of Katie's Friends a little bit more. I don't know. The original, I'm watching it, and I'm like, I like these characters so much. I like Damien and why am I forgetting her name? I feel
Janice.
like Janice. Thank you. The name always escapes me. I keep saying Janet, but I know it's not right. Janice. I'm like, they remind me a little bit of my friends from high school. I'd like to see more of them. So I kind of was glad to get more of that. I did like new Katie pre-plastic more than old Katie. Here's the whole thing. I'm gonna get dinged a lot. I know. I see it in your face.
There we
Armand.
go.
I'm not the biggest Lindsay Lohan fan. Like she's
What does
great.
that mean?
how do I explain it? She was way too like they prettied her up way too much even in the beginning. That
Are you out of your damn mind?
that
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I probably am, yeah. I did like the Katie in the new one looked
Hector
more
has
like
a
an
thing for
actual
plain Janes. Let's go.
what?
Go on.
No, what did you say? I didn't hear it.
I said you have a thing for plain Janes. Go on.
You saying that from Ruthie? Smart man. Oh, I'm gonna...
I'm saying because you're like, Katie looks great.
I like the girl next door look, and I think Lindsay Lohan doesn't do
right
it
out
as
of the
well.
African savannah. I want dirt on her face. Lindsay Lohan, oh, she's too pretty. What?
I think she's too pretty for pre-plastic Katie.
Am I hearing some Lindsay Lohan slander?
Yes, and not only here, before we started recording, like maybe like last week or something, when you were watching this, you're like, Aaron's not even hot. Nobody's hot in the remake.
Yeah.
Original, everybody is.
Yeah.
Every single person, including Coach Carter.
Including Coach Carter.
Especially Coach Carter. But
if you have sex, you'll get AIDS and die.
No, get some rubber.
I did like the principal and Tina Fey being a couple. I know it's like a one-off joke, but it was like, I don't know.
That was for fans of the movie. It's like, hey, they got together in the end.
Yeah, it was nice. I did like meta Lindsay Lohan. All those jokes were actually fun.
Let's go back to Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, okay, fine.
Please
keep roasting me. I'm here for
it. She was okay. Please explain why you think she was too dolled up
in the first half of the movie.
Yes.
It's not dolled up. I think it's just the style. It was just like, I don't know.
What was the style?
I think it
film
was
makeup.
It was also the clothes. I don't know. It just felt like
clothes.
It was like, okay, maybe I'm misremembering, but it just felt like
tank top and jeans.
They were a pretty nice tank top.
Hey, Ruthie's laughing at you.
I know she is. She laughs at me all the time. That's nothing new.
No, it's the way that Armand's grilling you.
And no, it's funny. It is. I don't know.
Oh, she was like way too attractive.
I don't know. I can never buy
wearing jeans.
I can never buy her
tennis shoes.
Dude, I am.
No. Honestly, I think Hector was like, no, I can't avert the eyes.
No, it's the fact that I was holding a knife to his neck as we were watching the movie.
You think she's pretty, huh? No,
no,
Lindsay Lohan.
Actually, she's ugly.
I like a girl next door. Please don't hurt me.
Bro, like the girl right next to me. Actually,
I actually
that's how next door I like it.
Okay, I actually just like realized, yeah, nobody in the remake is hot, except for John Hamm, but like that doesn't really count.
Renee Rapp, like I said, discount Sydney Sweeney, but Ann Jory Rice, she's fine. Everyone else, it's like, were they afraid to like hire attractive people?
Okay.
Maybe they just wasted too much money on Tina Fey. I don't know.
I think they waste. Honestly, I think Tina Fey just that was the majority of the budget.
Yeah, and maybe even John Hamm, because he's a big name now too.
Lindsay. I think. Okay, I figured it out. I think it's a thing because she's always seemed very pretty, too pretty for me since like Freaky Friday. I grew up watching Freaky Friday.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, she was Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I know.
I think I was around
I grew up with her with The Parent Trap.
I mean, I saw that one too.
She has been hot since The Parent Trap, but go on.
Holy shit. Holy shit. You stun locked me out of that with that one. Good job. Okay, so for people who don't listen to Syndicate, Armand and I have this like little game we've never said out loud where we try to stun lock each other somehow or another.
Drew Barrymore hasn't been hot since E.T.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit.
Ruthie's never seen E.T. She was like 4. Jesus Christ.
I haven't been fucked like that since grade school.
Same energy. But I don't know. It was just like Lindsay Lohan, always really pretty to me, and it's just like it doesn't hit the girl next door as much for Katie because by that point she's already like an adult. She's very pretty. I don't know.
I saw Parent Trap, well, she was actually older than me in the Parent Trap, and when I watched it, and I was like, whoa. My little kid brain was like,
Twitter
Wow.
hated.
So, in Hector's mind, Lindsay Lohan is just. But here's the thing: she is a movie star.
She is, but I
She
like
is
it.
a movie
I
star.
like how you won't drop this, Armand. I love it.
She was the it girl.
I
like
know.
20 years ago, and you're complaining, why is she pretty?
No, it's that she's too pretty for the first half, where she's not plastic yet.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but she doesn't dress like a
Okay,
plastic.
all right.
No,
here
but
we
she's
go.
still too
Here we
pretty.
go.
It's just
I got you. I have you now. You're my okay.
I'm right on the visor. Yes, hit
Look
me
at
with
that speed. Can we pull out in time?
it.
Oh, it didn't go in. Hector, so you're saying that to be pretty, you need to wear makeup?
Yes.
Absolutely wrecked, dude.
Yeah. I knew.
I
I
knew
was
going into this was going to be a controversial episode. Hector,
Yeah.
You got dunked.
are you a
on.
misogynist?
Jesus Christ. He
I mean,
literally said he
We're all
was.
feminists in
I
this room.
was.
He literally said he was not that long ago.
Maybe he's a fake feminist. Are you feminist to get brownie points?
What kind of feminist are you? I can't. I'm trying to do the fucking Civil War.
American.
Yes.
What kind of American?
Yeah.
Hold
what
on.
kind of feminist?
What kind of feminist?
What kind of feminist are you?
But yeah.
Even with the face scratch, I like that.
Yeah.
Virtue signaler? Brownie
Okay,
point man?
I'm not. I'm not gonna walk myself out of this. I am like
Soy boy?
you.
What kind of feminist are you?
Wow.
White knight?
Probably closer to white.
All right,
knight.
let's take a step back. So
All
you
right.
think Lindsay Lohan was just too pretty
For
to be the ugly girl, to be the outcast? You know, it doesn't matter what you look like to be the outcast. The
Hold
point
on,
is
hold
that she was from a different culture. Literally, she was from Kenya, and then she goes to North Shore, Illinois, and was like, "All right, I know how to converse with people. I can make friends." And then she falls flat on her face. It doesn't matter that she's pretty. It doesn't matter that, she looks like everybody else. But in actuality, she was the outsider. And then she makes friends with other outsiders, a goth chick and a big fat gay guy. How you
Who's too
describe
gay to
yourself?
function. Almost too
Gay.
gay to function.
almost too gay.
Almost too gay to function. Which was another line that fell flat in the remake. It was like, just like,
100%.
oh yeah, he's too gay to function. Anyways, I'm like, what? Whoa.
Yeah.
This is supposed
By the way, Hector, Regina tells Katie that she's really pretty. She's supposed to be pretty.
which is why she was invited to become a plastic. It's like Regina being the vampire was like, I'm gonna
misread
make
the
another
scene then.
vampire.
I
You
thought
misread the scene?
I
Bro,
no. Let
the
me
whole point.
let me talk. I'm saying is that I thought they just said she was pretty because because Regina's a fucking liar who manipulates everyone. I thought she was just want to have some fun with the new girl and try to mess with her
Why on earth would she surround herself with ugly people?
to make herself
Yeah.
feel better.
No.
Regina,
not-
wait.
Regina's not like that. And also the whole point, or like, is that Katie is pretty. That's the thing. Like, this isn't an ugly into a pretty kind of story. She already was pretty, bro. She's supposed to be pretty.
Yeah, it's not like she takes off her glasses. Oh my god, you're pretty.
Yeah, that's not the point of the fucking story, bro. Jesus Christ.
Thank you for mansplaining Mean
rolled-
Girls to me, Ed.
She
Man.
rolled with the wrong crowd. She made friends with the
Bro,
wrong
oh my
people.
God.
She
No,
was
I
supposed
get
to
it
be
now.
a
I'm
double
crashing
agent.
I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out.
Now I'm too
That
embarrassed to
is
do my actual
crashing
fix.
out.
Now I'm too embarrassed to do my actual fixes. Okay.
When do I have to unplug my headset so I don't have to hear
You're already there.
No, we're not there. We're
You're
not there,
at my
Armand.
fixes. I
You
might
do
not even do
fixes.
it. I might not even do it.
You have to
No,
do it.
you gotta do
You
it.
have to
No, you're gonna hate.
No,
have
we
to do
won't.
it.
We'll be
Do
good
it.
sports.
You
So,
can
okay.
cut it out if you want, but you're gonna have to do it still.
Fine. So I think the movie was better when it made its own jokes. That's a dislike. Anytime it repeated the same jokes, it wasn't as good, like y'all are saying. I don't like the camera lens, and also the fact that it was digital. It made it look a lot worse. I did like the lighting, how they played around with the lighting, but that's just a typical musical thing.
Like how they played around with the aspect ratio?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I realized that I had like the aspect ratio changed. That's right.
Yeah, all of Regina's songs, they became more cinematic.
Yep.
Black
Yeah.
cars, wide angle.
It's almost as bad as the aspect ratio changing in It Comes at Night.
Yeah.
I don't remember the aspect ratio changing. Maybe I was too high.
Oh,
Go on.
well, that's a good movie to watch. Hi, all the dream sequences were wider screen, so the black bars were bigger in the dream sequences for It Comes at Night. Yeah. It's impossible to not notice it once you're aware of it.
Whoa.
So
And
How would you fix this film, Hector?
So a few
Yeah.
things: better camera lens, look less cheap, or whatever you call it.
Don't change the aspect ratio.
Don't
All
change
right,
the
IMAX 70mm. Go on.
Yes, IMAX 70mm. Give it the Sinners treatment. Keep Regina's little sister and have her always reading a book. There's a reason I'm doing this for my fix.
Okay. He has the guitar. Go on.
It's a ukulele because I don't have a guitar.
No, we're getting a song.
We're getting a song, yes.
Let's do it.
It's not good. I had like a day. I came up with this like very recently. And I'm like, let's see how much I can scratch off in a day. Ends up writing music's a lot harder than I thought. So it was.
Let's do it.
This is gonna be Gretchen telling Katie.
Oh God, it's happening.
Oh,
Like that scene in Barbie.
yeah.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, ready, go.
Her nose job was a fake. She moved. I can't fucking do it. I got stage fright.
Just
Fuck
read
off.
it. Just read it.
Fine.
Honestly, the ukulele
on.
when you play
Nope.
it. No, hold
Nope.
on. The ukulele when you play it
She got a nose
muffles
job
your words.
and it sucks. The
So just read it.
rhinoplasty made her a rhino.
So yeah,
Come on.
okay. So all I got was her nose job was a fake. She moved
Come
her
on,
ears.
sing.
I'm saying fine. Her nose job was a
One more
fake. She
song.
moved her ears. Her mom has a DUI. They've kept a secret for years.
I want the ukulele.
She once went on a great fuck. She once
Do it a little bit
a
slower.
grapefruit diet.
Yeah.
What?
Slow it
Do it a
down.
little
Fine.
bit slower.
Fine. She once
Slow
went
down.
on a grapefruit diet. It stopped when she stopped when in English it made her butt riot. She blamed that poor farting kid. Bully so bad that he left school and hid. She pays them athletes in bathwater, so she isn't seen as a stupid daughter. I didn't have anything else except for like a little bit near the end.
That bathwater fucking thing, hilarious. I love you.
Thank
for
you.
Somehow,
For a
Belle
cou-
Delphine returned.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I'm glad y'all caught that.
She pays the mathletes in bathwater.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, dude, that's
That's good.
hilarious.
That was a good lyric. Good job. You have a future ahead of you, son.
Thank you. It's tiring to keep all these secrets. This is helping me with my regrets. Again, I was running out of steam by this point.
Okay.
I swore to never say the way she's mean, like day to day. I don't remember how even. Thank you, Boomer. He's like scratching up this post.
Accompanist.
Yeah.
Percussion.
It's just great to get a release. It's nice to say what I please. I don't know why I defend this girl who's not my friend. This is the end. Just like her makeup, we're not a blend anymore. and then it was supposed to stop, and she's like, also she cheats on Jason with Sean, and that was just gonna be the end.
Oh, dude, that would have been hilarious. Actually,
You
that
have
actually improves the movie like a
You
lot.
have to
Because
record this song and put it on Spotify.
they're not like
Reshoot records.
Armand.
Honestly, the stopping is like also she cheats on Aaron with Sean in the closet. Honestly, actually, kind of funny.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a lot of time to make this. Ends up writing music's hard. But yeah,
Turns out.
turns out
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk?
But yeah, from now on, everyone's gonna be like, well, no more musicals. We can't risk this again with Hector.
All right, so that's how you would fix the film, huh?
Just the songs weren't really funny for what's supposed to be a comedy movie.
Yeah.
Kind of felt weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Hector.
That's
You
my
did
last.
good job, man.
I can tell our mom's gonna be like, I'm never coming back. Last one was 2 years. It's gonna make it 3 years before I come back.
You want to hear my thoughts now?
Yes.
All right. What I didn't like the whole movie.
No, but-
I think I sprinkled in all the stuff I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
yeah.
did. What did you like about the movie, though?
What did I like? I thought the actress that played Katie Heron in the remake was appropriate. I thought she embodied the spirit of the character. Yeah, I think she did a great job. That's about it. I like the actress that played Janice, but I think she would have worked better as Gretchen.
I can see that.
I think she would actually work better as one of the plastics.
I think I know why they. Do you know who she is or what else she's done?
She is Moana.
Yes, and I think that's why they put her in for a bigger role because like she's too big of a star now to not.
But the thing is, I know there are up and coming actresses, but like you had why am I blanking on all their names now?
The song
Hold
just
on.
burnt your brain out. You're like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, we had oh my god, I put I'm crashing.
You're fine.
Yeah, you had Rachel McAdams. You had hold on.
Was she in the remake?
No.
Because he had Jenna Fisher, who looks a lot like Rachel McAdams to the point where it's a joke on The Office.
No.
What?
She looks nothing like Pam Beesly.
Did you not see the episode where they're both together side by side and they look pretty
You're confusing her with what's her name? Jenna Fisher and Amy Adams.
That might be it.
Oh yeah.
Confusing.
Not Rachel I got the Adams right.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
Give me back your cinephile card.
You sure? I'll wash it. I'll wash it first. Don't worry, Armand.
But yeah, I mean, you had Rachel McAdams. You had Amanda Seyfried. Lindsay Lohan, and now they're all big names. And then we just watched Hot Frosty, that stars the forgotten Mean Girl.
Gretchen.
Mm-hmm.
Gretchen Wieners.
Her name isn't in the cast listing. Wonderful. Well, yeah, we had Hot Frosty Girl. Here's the thing. This is like, yeah, I would replace all the plastics. I would actually go big or go home. You have Sydney Sweeney as Regina George because she would be the ultimate mean girl. She is Regina George in real life, or the character that she plays off camera is like Regina George. So like you would have her attached, keep Katie, and then Karen, Amanda Seyfried's character has to be. She got to be white if you're gonna make the dumb joke.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
has to be blonde. The dumb blonde. That archetype. Come on. Who would that be, though?
You're gonna get mad if I give my answer.
What?
Sydney Sweeney.
She has to be some sort of plastic. At the end of the day.
Pew?
No, she's too old now.
She's too old?
Pew?
Yeah.
I feel like
She can't-
Pew's
she
too
can't play a high
intelligent to
schooler.
play.
Oh, I guess,
you're
yeah.
playing
She can't be a. I don't know any.
Maybe Elle Fanning. She could still play kind of young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she could do
Maybe a
it.
good Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. I would lean, okay, hopping off of your train, Hector, I would lean into or actually, Ed, I would lean into your idea, Ed, of making it more stylistic, like La La Land. I would even make it look aesthetically like Euphoria. I would have it like super stylized and almost like just beyond reality, breaking reality. And I think that's how you do it. Like if you're gonna do like a musical version, and also have no dialogue, just have it be all singing, start to finish, like Les
Oh,
Mis.
Les Mis. Yes.
That's how you do it.
I'd be down.
Then you can then it's completely different. It's I mean you can still have it be comedic in the music, but like you don't have like the phoning it in lines that we've gotten in the remake where they're like, I'm a cat or I'm a mouse. Dumb. It's like, ugh. Yeah.
Jumbo size tampon in my wide set vagina.
Ruthie, no! No! Guy, she did the fucking
Transgender operation.
Emilia Perez. God damn it.
I used to be a man, now I'm not. Here's the thing. That's how you do it. You just lean into whatever it is. Just like, if you're going to do a musical, have it be a fucking musical.
Yeah.
Don't do this half-ass shit where it's like, oh, let's do a carbon copy of the original, but add in songs. And it's like, oh my god.
You gotta commit.
I don't quite agree with making it all singing from start to finish.
90%.
It will make it distinctly different than Mean Girls 1.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, this is like completely
I
different.
still think
Just animated at that point.
the La La Land treatment would be better. Where like the first half is basically nonstop singing with like some short breaks in between, and then the second half, once consequences start happening, it's not as
yeah, and you make it like super like realistic and grounded. So like you have like these fantastical elements in the first act for sure. Second act, and then with the third act, it becomes like Drama City.
Yeah.
It becomes like Degrassi, Euphoria. But then it's like, oh, now we're taking it too seriously, and it's not supposed to be serious.
Doesn't have to get super serious. Just
I mean, once you get hit by
less musical-ish. Shut up.
I hated this movie. I wish it never existed.
Yeah.
I really struggled to finish it.
Thank you for picking it, Armand.
Hey, I think our ideas, if you just combine them all, would make it objectively better.
Do we keep the bathwater joke in there somewhere?
Dude, 100%.
Fucking lootly.
Okay.
You know, and honestly, this is another thing that's happening more recently.
Regina
Is like
George would have had an OnlyFans.
She was like 16, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's a junior in high school, but that wouldn't stop Regina George from having.
That would not stop Regina George.
Age them up, they're seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah, age them up to seniors. But also, this is another thing that's been happening. I've become more desensitized.
Nailed it.
Desensitized. Nice. Desensitized. God damn it! What the fuck is wrong with me?
You're unfazed by things.
Yeah, I'm less unfazed. But once we talk about it and we do the recording, then I'm like, oh my god, I hate this movie.
You're oppressive.
Yeah, you're detentitized.
Desensitized. Desensitized.
Yeah, Ed, you should just
Yes.
come over and watch Amelia Perez with us because if you're desensitized, that will resensitize
I don't know if I
That
can
will
handle. I don't know if I can
resensitize
you. It will
rewatch Amelia.
resensitize you, yes.
I don't know if I can rewatch Amelia Perez.
I
Y'all.
could.
I don't.
We need
How
alcohol.
many shots do you think you'd need to
Yes.
rewatch that
Yes.
Ed,
You'll be in
you're
the
going to,
hospital.
as soon as
in the hospital?
as soon as Selena Gomez comes on screen, hard nosedive.
So wait, so you've seen Amelia Paris, Armand?
Yes,
Fucking no.
No?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
it's real bad.
I'm not giving that girl a cent of my money.
Okay, but would you watch the parody that the Mexican trans ladies made where it's Amelia Perez, like the same similar plot thing, but instead of gang members, it's the heiress to a baguette factory and the heiress to a croissant factory. Or
What?
the heir to a croissant factory.
No.
There's a parody movie where
Mm.
two Mexican
I
people.
have so many years on this planet. I don't want to waste it.
Dude, I already
Fair.
wasted 2 hours on the original Suicide Squad, so
In theaters, mind you.
In
In
theaters.
theaters is when he
Oh.
watched it.
and I went and I literally watched Craven on IMAX. So
He's seen Craven three
All right, we're off
times.
the
I've
rails.
seen Craven 3 times.
And he thinks it's better than.
All right, I think
Madam
we ran out
Web.
of runway.
It
a
is better
long
than Madam Web. It's still
It's
garbage. Oh
Armand,
my
we're gonna need
God.
one of those water planes
Armand,
at this rate.
Armand. Have you seen Madam
All right.
Web?
No,
No.
Oh God.
I could have told you
You
that.
need to watch Madam Web and Craven and tell me which one's worse.
I don't need to. Obviously, Craven.
What
Thank
the-
you.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, whatever.
Madam Web's bad, but it's entertaining. Craven's
Yeah.
just boring. That was my whole thesis for
At
that
least
episode.
Madam Web has interesting actors in it.
It also has
Anyways.
Sydney Sweeney getting completely and utterly obliterated in the funniest way possible.
I'm never gonna watch it. So, anyways, thank you so much for humoring me with the Mean Girls and the Mean Girls, the musical, the Mean Girls.
We do that one little thing before we end.
I'm ready.
Anything you've been one grades for the actual film. D.
D.
Armand.
D minus, because that's more embarrassing than an F.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the D also. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Fuck it, no, D minus also. You know what? F plus. That's better.
Failing plus.
Failing plus, yeah.
what? So, okay, Armand, you get 2. Any media you've been
Enjoying recently.
Books, movies, games, TV.
Well, I just watched Starship Troopers for the first time.
For the first time?
I
Yeah,
haven't
you
seen it
fucking
yet.
heard
So.
me.
You're finally doing your part.
I'm finally doing my parts.
Does
And let
Helldivers
me
make
tell
more
you-
sense now?
Yes. And I enjoyed every single minute of it. I got my Helldivers movie already. You can catch me on WSDR talking about Starship Troopers. Probably after this podcast comes out. Other than that, I've been watching Andor, and Andor is just amazing.
I've heard.
Just
I need
oh
to catch
my
up.
God, it's just so incredible to have adult storytelling in Star Wars, having a Game of Thrones quality storytelling and grandiose.
Like seasons 1 through 4 Game of Thrones, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Like this is pretty much like the War of the Five Kings
Ooh,
level storytelling for Andor.
that's some good shit.
And it's just, oh my God, it's just really, really good. That's it.
All right. Ruthie?
Longtime fans may not know I'm a huge D&D nerd.
Really?
I've been re-listening to Fantasy High, and I like speed ran through freshman year, so I burnt myself out right as I was getting to sophomore year, and now I'm like halfway through sophomore year, and fucking hell, this one's just
It's on
funny.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
And Dropout.
And Dropout. And Hector and I have also been watching The Pit. Two very different ends of a spectrum.
We're taking a break because last episode actually wrecked me.
Yeah, that one hurt.
That one really hurt, and I'm like, I need to take a break for a day or two.
You want to know what's a good show to watch as a palate cleanser?
Okay.
I feel like you're going to say something fucked up, but go on.
The 4 seasons on Netflix.
It's on my
just
list.
out.
It's on my list. I've heard
It's
good
actually
things.
pretty good.
It's on my list. Ed?
I mean, I think I mentioned this last time, but Farmland Saga, Vinland Saga is pretty good as an anime. It's getting.
A weeb.
I am a huge weeb. Come on.
It's probably one that Armand would like, actually.
I think you might enjoy it.
Does
It's
it have waifus?
Hmm?
Waifus.
Actually none.
None of this.
No.
Wait,
no,
why do you have that? Why do you have that?
Don't question the man.
No, it's not.
Question the man.
No, Vinland Saga is it's like a fictional story of like Vikings from Denmark and some Swedish people getting involved, Great Britain, Wales, a whole bunch of this stuff getting like, and
It's two different areas of the world, but all right.
it follows like actual like historical things that happen, but follows a fictional character.
That's
And
so
it's
fucking cool.
it's pretty. It's not super action heavy. There's a
Don't
lot of
spoil.
action.
Be
in the
careful not
beginning.
to spoil.
It's really good. I would
Not
say it's a pretty decent one. There's only 2 seasons of it so far.
Because I think
And-
they're waiting for the manga to finish.
Yeah,
Because
the manga is quite done.
it's been
Very
on the final arc
cool.
for like 8 years now.
But
So.
but it is about Vikings.
Yeah,
It's
I
not.
feel like
It's not your typical anime.
it's not. I've seen bits and I've read bits. Armand would love it, but I get why he wouldn't.
I would say it's as digestible for like people that aren't introduced to anime, like Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo are pretty digestible if you're not new. If you're new
Do they
to
have
anime.
people getting completely wrecked and they like slide back 50 feet? And they're
Yes.
like, that hurt pretty well. Huh? All right, it's
Well,
getting
not
serious.
quite. People get sent pretty far and die.
Do they have the blood coming off of one corner of the mouth and they're like, oh yeah?
Nope. There's blood everywhere.
Do they eat senzu beans?
You're
Oh my god. You gotta watch some anime, bro. Some good ones.
he stalks
Your
Dragon
eyes
Ball.
need to be opened. Come on.
All right, they'll be opened.
Watch at least Cowboy Bebop. It's
Full Metal
episodical. It's
Alchemist
easy to
Brotherhood.
digest.
Yeah, that's an old jam.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Mhm.
But
I
it's
have
still-
I have the
still
entire
great.
Blu-ray and 2
Remember
records.
Alucard?
Alucard?
I haven't. Oh,
Yeah.
Alucard. I haven't seen Alucard. I should.
Helsing.
Helsing Ultimate. Yeah, I should watch it.
Oh, dude, Hellsing Ultimate is so fucking good.
Yeah, fuck
So
Inuyasha.
good.
All right. How about you, Hector?
I really like Sinners, and Ruthie hasn't seen it yet. But
Oh, yeah.
out of the 3 of us, I think I like it the most, and y'all are giving me shit for it.
No, it was a great film.
I know, but it's just like I give it like
It was awesome.
I don't know if I get 4.5 or 5 stars, but it was just like one of those films.
I
I'm
don't
like,
think it was the best thing ever.
No,
I'm not saying it's the best thing ever, but it's definitely the best of the year for me personally.
and
Which
what's-
is funny
what's up
'cause-
with this director.
I mean,
getting,
this year
like,
kind of
over
sucked.
what?
This year sucked for movies.
I mean, Mickey 17.
This year it's 2025.
Exactly.
It's
Mickey
I guess
17.
we're almost halfway in, but yeah, it's my number 2 movie of the year, Sinners, so far. Number 1 being Mickey 17. I don't think anything's gonna beat that this year.
Friendship.
No.
The Tim
don't
Robinson
think-
film on
no.
A24. Friendship. It's gonna be the one.
Oh, dude. Also, the Phoenician Wes
Oh, the
Anderson's
Phoenician,
coming out this
yeah.
year.
Armand, if you do.
other A24 movie with Dakota Johnson. And,
Oh, it's with the lady who did. It's directed by and written by the lady who did Past Lives, which made me and Ed
Yes.
cry.
Oh shit!
It has Pedro Pascal in it and
Oh,
Chris
damn.
Evans. It's a
And
love triangle between them and
name is-
Dakota Johnson.
Damn.
fuck. Hold on.
I'm just worried because it has Dakota Johnson in it.
Materialists.
That's right.
Yes. That
She's
one
good.
might be the surprise of the year. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I saw a trailer for this. I remember. It does look good.
It's very good.
Hopefully Dakota Johnson got a good agent. I mean, Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans are in this movie, so
Probably.
Here's the thing.
yes.
With good direction, anybody can be Nick Cage can be good.
Yeah. Pig, Bringing Out
Pig.
the Dead, Mandy, Unbearable Weight. Damn, dude. Good actors.
I know.
Renfield?
Wicker Man.
Renfield, he was good in Renfield.
I still
Wicker
need to
Man
see
had
that.
had some iffy moments.
You don't want him drop kicking an old lady in a bear
Knowing.
costume.
Next. Ghost Rider.
I am actually a big fan of Knowing's
No,
plot.
you're just
Not as
naming Nick Cage movies, not ones where he got good directing.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Armand, what was the one you and I did for that?
Raising Arizona?
No, the one you and I did.
No, it was
Oh,
Drive Angry.
Drive Angry.
I mean, Mean Girls 2024 made Drive Angry look like Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually
Watching, I'm like, wow.
Armand.
Perhaps I was too hard on you, Drive Angry.
I recently watched Citizen Kane for the first time.
Yeah.
November last year.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the pinnacle of all movies, as like everyone says?
It is a very good movie,
Which one?
and I can see why people say it's the
Especially-
greatest movie ever made.
Is it the Citizen Kane of films, Ed?
It is not my personal favorite. It's not even my top 10.
Sorry, let me rephrase the
But
question
it's
for
still
Ed.
very,
I can
very
all
good.
of the films that we love, they were influenced because of Citizen Kane.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
let me ask this
Orson
in a way
Welles
Ed will understand.
pushed
Is it the
the
La La
director.
Land of films, Ed?
Shut the fuck up, dude.
So, sorry, speaking about this side tangent, I recently found out that the guy who wrote the Godfather screenplay / the author of the book, when he went to go make Godfather 2, he was like, I'm going to actually learn how to write a screenplay, because he didn't know how to do it when he wrote Godfather. So he went to go take a class on it, and the professor of the class he read a book first,
Mm-hmm.
and the book said, just go watch Godfather. That's the pinnacle of screenmaking. Are you...
His mind was blown.
Yeah, he was like, God damn it.
You're already good at it, man.
You're sad. Go see Pagliacci the clown.
I love that.
But doctor, I
am
am Pagliacci.
I guess the other one related to clowns, Lies of P. There are clowns in the game. I am like a good chunk of the way through it, and I can totally get the hype now. I didn't think a Pinocchio Souls-like would work, but boy, am I eating my words.
Pomni?
What?
How do you know what that is? Holy shit!
What?
No, Armand, don't.
Okay.
Armand. We're gonna sink ourselves if we admit to knowing what Pomni is.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we got through everything, right?
Yeah.
We got through it all, and I
Alright.
just have to say,
Armand?
Ed, Citizen Kane, I know it's a nomenclature for like the best of
Mm-hmm.
for film. So would you say that La La Land is the Citizen Kane of films?
La La Land isn't even my favorite movie anymore.
It's now Mean Girls musical.
He took down the poster, guys. He's crashing out.
No, I still have the poster.
He's gonna replace it with Mean Girls 2024.
No.
Yeah. He's gonna get the tattoo. He's gonna get a tattoo, and it's the Mean Girls 2024 poster.
He's gonna tattoo his lip, and it's gonna say Mean
Fetch.
Girls every time.
It's gonna
he-
say
Fetch. It's gonna say
It's gonna
fetch.
say fetch.
Fetch, yeah.
I don't know how else we can end it.
No, yeah. Here's how we end it, Armand. Plug yourself.
Oh yeah, I have a podcast. So you can catch me on the Cinedicate, a film and TV podcast, wherever you listen to this show. It'll be on there too. I've had Hector on, I've had Ruthie on, I've even had Ed on. And we talk about why we love films and the magic of cinema. Check it out. My next episode, by the time this comes out,
It'll be
will
about
be
By the way.
The Great Muppet Caper.
Wait, what?
And we
Ah.
talk about the Muppets.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Jim Henson and Disney's fumble with the Muppet
Oh,
IP.
yeah.
Check it out.
Could have been their Looney
That's me.
Tunes.
Yes. Objectively.
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 All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. 5 stars. If you're watching us on YouTube, like and subscribe.
And hit that bell.
Hit the
that
bell.
Smash that like button. Hit the bell for notifications. Thanks, chat.
Goodbye,
All right.
everybody.
Goodbye.
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 Today's film was Mean Girls, directed by Samantha Jane and Arturo Perez Jr. The film was written by Tina Fey, based off the book written by Rosalind Wiseman, and the cinematographer was Bill Kirstein. Go show some love to their various social media accounts. They made a movie, which is more than we can say here. You know, it's always a treat having Armand from Cinedicate join us. And speaking of joining, join us for our next episode. Totally killer.